Welcome, race fans. It's Bristol, baby. Here we are with GAC tonight for 140 laps with the Xfinity cars. A very popular car. This car has actually taken off in popularity to the extreme. I know a lot of people would much rather race this car than the Gen 6 or the trucks, but here we are with the Xfinity race here tonight. I believe there's only one more race here in the season after tonight. Scott will be along here in a minute to run down through the points for you. So I believe they are in a driver's meeting right now. So hang out with me and enjoy the race. We'll keep you up to date on everything. And thanks for tuning in tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Just a little reminder to you, immediately following this race, we will be live right back up here on YouTube for 3 Wide Racing, and that will be 100 laps with the Gen 6 at Daytona, so definitely want to tune in for that, folks. Again, immediately following this here, we'll be live with 3 Wide Racing. And about another minute of practice here, and we'll be on to qualifying. We'll step away real quick and play our national anthem and be right back and keep you up to date on who is going to take the pole here tonight. As you see, Justin Anderson's very fast, Gary Shank, Jim Whaley, just to name a few of the fast guys that are out here. Looks like a fairly average sized field, about 21, 22 drivers. So this should be an exciting race. Going to be 140 laps, grueling, egg-shaped oval here at Bristol. But it's Bristol, baby. Expect a lot of cautions here tonight.
Guys.
And now, the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, qualifying underway here, and it looks like Justin Anderson is going to take this top spot here so far in qualifying. Len McNeese with a close second, and Trevor Malone in third.
Yes, sir. Sure. After 8 races with 2 to go, Keith Maito is your points leader. He's got a where's the difference there? It is 28-point lead over Jim Whaley Jr., who's in second. Jeff Dotson and Jim Locking are tied for third. Michael Palmer's back there in fifth. Dean Viney sixth. John Stanley seventh. Curtis Aho, after last week's win, moved up 3 spots to eighth. Gary Shank ninth, and Shane Gross, last season's points champion, is in 10th place this season. Yeah, we got 2 races to go, Rudy, and Maito's got a 28-point lead. So as long as he can get a couple good finishes here, finishing the top 10 both races, that should lock up the title. So how you feeling tonight, buddy? You feeling any better? No? Well, let's try to get through this thing, man. Well, I wish you the best, Rudy. I hope you can find some relief somehow, man.
Well, I've tried pretty much everything from pain pills to ice to heat to a back, one of them straps you put around you and tighten it down. I've tried everything and nothing helps. So it's just something is out of place in there that's causing these muscle spasms or whatever. But I guess we'll find out.
Well, good luck with it, man. Hopefully the doctor will find some relief for you, and like I said, help you out somehow. No one likes to be in pain, so.
No, I sure don't. Well, what do you think of them running this race during the day? Usually, people run Bristol at night. This is kind of a little bit of a different change here that these guys are running, and they're running it in full daylight, not morning sun or afternoon sun. They're running it in full daylight.
Yeah, I was experiencing some real looseness going on for us. It's going to be interesting once the tires start to fall off and how long these guys can last before the caution comes out, because there's going to be some guys spinning around going down eating that inside wall tonight, Rudy.
Yeah, I hate to say that. I mean, they ran a couple pit parties and everything seemed to go pretty good, but the guys were saying, I mean, it's going to be tough to pass. And I did talk to Justin Anderson there just a little bit, and he said that actually bottom to mid is very fast. It seems like it has changed. So, all right,
Well, we're grid now, so there ain't no turning back now for these guys.
That's right. All right. Well, Justin Anderson comes home with the pole here tonight with a 15.397. So congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. And Len McNeese, wow, right there with him, pretty close. Trevor Malone starting third, Kevin Cornelius fourth, Shane Gross, last season's champion here, in fifth, Kevin Maito in sixth place, Gary Shank seventh, Randy Perdue eighth, Michael Palmer ninth, and Jim Whaley 10th. Scott?
Jim Locking will start 11th. Curtis Aho, last week's winner, will start 12th. Jeff Dotson, old Snugglebear, back here in 13th. Charles Smith 14th. Paul Cohen 15th. Randy Bledsoe 16th. David Gain 4th. He's a previous champion here. He'll start back there in the back of the field in 17th.
Finish him
Dean
up.
Viney 18th. Anthony Cianci 19th. John Stanley will start back there in 21st. And John Estes riding shotgun tonight, Rudy, on this March 14th, 2016.
There we go. Very good. Very good. Awesome. Great job.
And I just had to quote today.
Well, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. It's my last one before I am never counting another one.
Well, good luck with
that. I'm stopping at 39.
I tried that already. It doesn't work, believe me.
Yeah, no, I tried at 29, and damn it, I didn't get very far. But you know what? Things could be worse. I feel good. Life's good, so no complaints. And here's to another year, man. Here's to another race with you. I'm looking forward to it.
I stayed 29 for about 5 years, and then I stayed 39 for about 5 years, and then I stayed 49 for about 5 years. So, I'm waiting for 59 because that's next year, and I don't know if I can hold that one back for 5 years. I don't know.
You can try.
I can try, I guess. Yep.
Well, here we go, buddy. We're ready to go racing.
I'm having some issues here, and I don't know what to do about it, but throwing some color up on there, and I don't know why it's doing that. I'm watching it on the broadcast, but I'm going to let you get them going here to get them going, Scott, so I can pay attention to this and see if I can fix this.
All right, I can do that. Going to be Justin Anderson and Len McNeese getting us started here at Old Rocky Top, Bristol, Tennessee. One more time around, the lights are out, and we're going to go racing.
I guess I fixed it. I hope. It just it started out tonight. I was dropping a bunch of frames, and now I was getting color in it. So something's going on weird.
Well, buckle up, Rudy, because we're going racing here at Bristol. 140 laps tonight. These boys got one reset, 75% fuel.
Oh,
should be a good one.
One reset. Oh my.
They're just going to have to battle that car coming off four, especially as the tires start to wear, because it's slippery right from the start. We'll see what happens. Pace car's off. It's go time. 2 races left, and we're racing at Bristol.
Glenn McNeese hanging tough on that outside.
Justin gets a big run out of the corner, and he gets a nice little lead going down into 3. Ooh, 17 all the way up near the wall. Cornelius.
Yep, Trevor Malone will take over third from Cornelius right there.
Maito right behind him.
Yeah, 3 wide back here for a second there. I seen that kind of out of my peripheral vision. Shane Gross.
Look at Shane Gross.
Yeah, kicking it up a notch. He would like to have,
Gross started.
He'd like to have another championship, I'm sure.
Yes, he would. He's unfortunately 10th in the points. He's about 80 points back, so he'd have to have a big miracle in the last 2 races. I still don't think it would happen.
Gary Shank in 8th. He gets around Jim Whaley. Jim fighting back on that outside, though. Boy, they're really close racing. You think about Bristol, not very much room out on this track. You know, yeah, you can do 3 wide, but boy, I'll tell you what, all 3 of you better be right up on that wheel.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be doing 3 wide here much today, especially coming out of 4. I seriously doubt we'll see it through 3 and 4.
I talked to a couple of the guys beforehand there. Actually, Dean Viney said that, boy, on them new tires, you've got to let some heat build up in them, because if you don't, that thing's like driving on grease.
It is, and I didn't get a chance to run a lot of laps for a long run, so but I did run about 10 laps on one run. It did feel better as you continue to be out there, but you still had to pedal it a little bit.
Boy, look at this gaggle of cars back
there. There goes Shane Gross. He spins on the front stretch, no caution. We're still racing.
Dude, he backs it back up onto the track. Oh, man, I'm surprised I did not bring the caution out, but he gets it back going, but he's going to go a lap down real quick.
Yeah, he is. Better than wrecking, though, and tearing up the car. Still a lot of race left. We got 140 laps. And there we go. 17. He just got a bump from 25. He's come back up. We got our first caution of the night here in Tennessee.
Yep.
And there, he can 41, get his lap back right there. There you go. So he got bailed out. Shane Gross did.
Well, let's go check it out here and see what happened to Kevin Cornelius.
Well, it looked like he checked up going into the corner, and Gary had a bigger run on him, just kind of bumped him and got him sideways. Looked like he had saved it and then brought her back up onto the track, and it was bowling pins from there, Rudy.
Well, he was pretty loose coming out of the couple of turns. Yep, Gary Shank got into the back of him. Well, he just barely missed the barrels and back up onto the track, and he's going to collect a bunch of guys into it. Yeah, ooh. Charles Smith hit him pretty hard.
Resets will be used. Good thing for that reset, but man, you still got a long way to go. We're on lap 11 of 140.
Dean Viney did a good job of missing him, but he did catch that outside wall just a tick. So, yep.
Yeah, I would use a reset on a little bit of damage. Not at this place.
No, definitely not.
If you got a lot of bit of damage, then yeah, but a little bit, nope. Not this early. Yes, sir.
A lot of bit. Okay.
We're creating phrases here at MaxSpeedTV.
Okay. We got a few guys
that's how we roll, Rudy.
To pit road though. Kevin Cornelius, Anthony Cianci was on pit road, so a lot of the guys in the back did, probably a good idea. They did come in and hopefully they did uncheck that reset though. Boy, that was perfect timing too, because that did let Shane Gross get back on the lead lap. That was perfect.
Yeah, that was like an angel on his shoulder.
Yep. Everybody's still on the lead lap right now. Shane Gross on pit road, and I believe, yeah, he's going to go back to the tail end of the field. But that's better than being a lap down.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be
out of the race.
It's going to be very hard to talk to the guys tonight, Scott. So we might as well just skip the interviews because of the shortness of the track. By the time we review the accident and everything, heck, they're just about ready to go back to green.
All right, I'm good with that. You going to sing for us to entertain the folks out there?
No.
I thought I'd at least try.
Nope, I am no singer. I'll be the first to admit it.
Where's Johnny Reed Foley when we need him?
Yeah, really.
I ain't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, he's been pretty busy with his career, music career, country music.
He must be out on the road. I know he said his first gig was coming up in April, so he must be getting ready for that. A lot of practice time.
I ain't sure why, but when I scheduled this, for some reason, chat was disabled in it. I don't know how that could have been, but wow, I'm going to have to start checking that when I schedule these, because I don't ever remember disabling chat. That's kind of weird.
Here we go, Rudy. It looks like we're going to line them up too wide, and we're going to go racing.
All right. Justin Anderson's led all the laps so far, 13 of them.
Yeah, leaders didn't pit there. They elected to stay out.
Pace car's in. Green, green, green. Well, Len McNeese got a good start that time, and he actually led that lap, Scott.
Ooh. Those guys on that high side, though, they went in there hard and had to check up.
Yep.
Him and Maito.
Randy Perdue coming alive here. Up to the 5th place.
Yeah, Len McNeese, look at him hanging on that outside, trying to get some momentum to get around him. It's just not happening, though.
Nope. Keith Mayato comes into 3rd. So he's moving forward. He's going to try that high side too, but boy, seems like once he got up there, it's just like the car started to dance on him. And
yeah, it wants to drift out towards the wall.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Like I said, Justin Anderson told me that low to mid line around here, and you see that's right where he's running, low to mid line.
The 17 is off the pace on the front stretch. Everybody going by him.
Yep, he's going to be a lap down now. First one a lap down. John Stanley back here 20th place. He's just riding along right now. He's not too concerned about getting up there and battling for the lead. So Jim Whaley in the 4th.
How about Dean Viney back there creeping up in the 9th?
Yes, sir. Brand new paint job last week with the Mac tools on board.
He started 18th today, and he's worked his way into the top 10 already. So great job by Dean in the 71. Now he slides back to 10th.
Oh, Charles Smith into the wall. So let's ride along with old Dean here for a minute.
All right.
Old buddy Dean Viney. Well, Charles Smith has got some pretty heavy-duty left front damage on that car. It doesn't seem to be affecting it, but the only way he would have got that would have been getting into somebody else. So I'm kind of wondering who's got the right side damage. Maybe Dean Viney, because he does.
Yeah, they might have gotten into each other.
Yep.
They've been running side by side there for a little while. Finally, the 30 gets by.
It's Bristol.
He's not giving up, though. Oh, yeah, you're going to get damage. Everybody's going to have some by the end of the night.
If you come out of here with no damage tonight, you ain't driving that car hard enough.
Hear that, or you're just the luckiest man in iRacing on that night.
Yep, or you finish dead last.
Yeah, maybe that, too. Hit it like 20 times, staying out of everybody's way. Well, here comes last week's winner, Rudy. The number 11 of Curtis Aho. He's worked his way up to 11th and seen a peek on the door of top 10 land. Old Jeff Dawson right behind him.
Yeah, Jeff, he's
Snuggle Bear hanging on this week. Yeah.
He's been having a pretty good season of, he's on that podium. He's been doing pretty good. Just hanging on to a podium finish the last couple of weeks. Snuggle Bear.
Asked him why he didn't put it back on the car. It brought him some good luck.
I thought I agreed 100%. He did good with that car.
Maybe it'll be a special occasion deal. Whenever he feels like he needs some good mojo, he'll bust it out.
That could be. Well, Shane Gross back up here in 13th. Paul Cohen 14th. Driving the SpaceX Ford tonight.
Hey, watch Shane Gross getting back in the fight here, man. He was in trouble going multiple laps down and off the pace with a slightly damaged car, and now he's up to 12th and he's closing in on this group here, Rudy.
That's for sure. Randy Bledsoe back out here with these guys. Looks like he's got damage on right and left front. Uh-oh, I just heard sheet metal crunch. That would have been Paul Cohen there. Looks like he might have hit the wall, but he's getting back going. No caution. Len McNeese still hanging on to the back of our leader, Justin Anderson. Not letting Justin get out there too awful far. Just 3/10 from him, but way back, 2 seconds behind the leader is Keith Mayato. And he's got Randy Perdue on his tail. They're back there 2 wide, Scott.
Yeah, these guys are out here racing hard, man. Nobody's really giving anything tonight. Everybody's wanting their track position and not willing to give anything up without a fight.
Well, we're creeping up on almost 100 to go here in the next 6 laps, so
It's been a pretty good little run since that first caution we had.
yeah, 1 caution. I think the field's getting spread out a little bit now, and you know how that works here at Bristol, getting that field spread out, and everybody can race the track for a while before they got to worry about racing each other, at the end.
Yeah, we'll see how it does once the tires begin to fall off more and more towards the end of the run. We're starting to hear that we're going to get some pit stops here. 81's coming in. Seems a little early with 75% fuel, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is a little early. But maybe he wants to get that car fixed up. I don't know. He just
got somebody else
reset.
coming off pit road.
He just used his reset. I believe that might have been Paul Cohen. He just
Yep, it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I was catching up with him. It was the 51 of Paul Cohen.
So unscheduled pit stop there for Randy Bledsoe, but he uses that reset.
Oh, he might just be pitting early tonight. It's only going to be a 1-stop race, so might just be deciding to pit early. I don't know if he can go that many laps, though, on 1 tank of fuel.
I don't know, 100 laps on 75%
Yeah, that's over.
fuel? I don't think.
Yeah, it seems like quite a bit.
Well, Anderson and McNeese out front. And Keith Mayato has closed that gap just a couple of tenths. And that's probably due to Justin Anderson being in lap traffic right now. That kind of slowed him up a little bit there, getting in lap traffic. Yeah, Mayato is coming. He's starting to feel that high line out just a little bit.
Oh, he's been riding up there since the start of the race, man. He's been getting way up there near the wall at times. Just wondering if he's going to get into it each time he goes into it, but he never does. He's definitely got that line figured out.
Yeah, that always seems to be the fast way around here. But like I said, I talked to Justin Anderson, and he said that it didn't seem to be. It seemed to be the low to midline, and if you watch Justin, that's where he's at, low to midline in the turns every time. So I don't know, boy, I'd think that would really chew up your tires a lot, He passes up.
Say what, Limmick?
Huh?
Yeah, and Lynn's doing everything he can to try to hold on to Justin Anderson right now. He's starting to slide back. I think he's starting to feel those tires, Rudy, because he's lost a lot of time in the last couple laps.
He sure has, and Mayato is closing that gap up on Len McNeese really quick. I think Len probably ought to maybe jump up there to the high side and maybe run the same line that Mayato is and try to save what he can out of them tires, at least to make it halfway. I would think that's what the guys probably want to do, is try to make it at about the 70 lap mark and stop and take new tires and a full tank of fuel and to be able to make it the rest of the way.
That would probably be the best play.
Yeah.
He's looking like he smoked up his tires, though. Here comes the 6, and the 84 is having a hard time running his line. You see him sliding. That time he kept it down.
Back here, Gary Shank, Jim Whaley at it. Whaley looks to the bottom.
Yep, they're closing in on Len McNeese as well, so Len's dropping fast. Justin's got a 1.5 second lead now.
Whaley just cannot get by Gary Shank because Gary's up on that high side, right up around that wall, and he gets great runs off of the turns, and he keeps holding Whaley off every straightaway. He can pull away from Whaley.
And there he cleared him.
Yep. Trevor Malone now may be looking to try to get around Whaley. What do you think about Michael Palmer running into the top 7 now? Man, he's moved up a couple more positions.
Yeah, he's having a good run tonight.
And Shane Gross.
Yeah, recovering back up into the top 10. He's done well. Like I said, that was like an angel sitting on his shoulder when that caution come out because he was in trouble. Ooh, and the 46 gives the 25 a bump there. That could have been ugly, but fortunate Gary Shank knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, he's a short track racer in real life, so he knows how to handle these cars out here on the track. So
yeah, it was a good bump 46 gave him there, and he held on to her. So here comes the 46. Boy, he's looking to get aggressive on Gary here, try to get by him.
I don't know, and if that was me, if I was Gary Shank right at that point, I'd just let him go. Let him get out there, and he'll burn his stuff up, and I'll pass him back here in about 10 laps.
But now they're coming up on slower traffic, and they got to work their way through traffic, so one of them's got to give here because it's not going to happen running side by side, and it looks like Whaley's going to make the pass and get by, and he might open the door for Trevor Malone here. It's getting hairy. Maito making a move on Randy Perdue trying to get by. Got off that high line. Maito down on the bottom.
Anthony Cianci clear out against the wall trying to give them guys that bottom line.
Looks like he might have brushed the wall.
Yeah, he did. Running back here in 17th, 1 lap down. We only have 12 cars on the lead lap right now. The last one is Jeff Dotson in 12th place.
Old Snuggle Bear.
Snuggle Bear. Well, I don't know what happened to Curtis Aho, but he's back in 10th place.
Well, he started back in the field, Rudy. He's actually worked his way up to 10th place.
I thought he was a little further up than that.
Nope.
Okay.
He was just out of the top 10 just a little bit ago, but now he's worked his way into the top 10. That's last week's winner.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I don't know, Len McNeese is starting to keep that distance from Keith Mayato. He's just staying right about the 8-9 tenths of a second mark. One full second mark. He's just barely hanging on to that right now, but he's losing ground to the leader, Justin Anderson.
Yeah, Justin right now. Justin's in heavy traffic right now.
We're about 10 laps from midway.
We got a caution, Rudy, and that bails everybody out.
Yes, sir. Oh, right there, Kevin Cornelius and Gary Shank involved in it.
Oh, wow. Again for the 17.
Tough
night for the 17. Yeah, and Gary's all tore up. Or, no, I'm sorry, that's the 17 that's all tore up.
Yeah, he got right into the back of Gary Shank right there. I'm not sure. It looked like Gary Shank might have come into the turn a little bit too hot. And it looked like he may have, if he would have kept on his way right there, he might have got into that outside wall, so he might have lifted a little bit. And when he did, Kevin Cornelius was right up his tailpipe.
That actually started in front of him, Rudy. If you look at the number 5 in front of him, the number 5 got in the wall 2 cars in front of Gary Shank. Whaley checked up, and it led to all that.
Yeah, I did see that, yep. All right, well, leaders on pit road now brings everybody to pit road. Boy, drag race off of pit road, and I'll tell you what, Len McNeese was all over that because he almost beat Justin Anderson off of pit road. But we have somebody that stayed out, Charles Smith. He will be scored as the leader, him and Jeff Dotson.
Hey, Rudy, under this caution, I got to step away for just a second.
10-4. As they come to pit road, that's going to put Justin Anderson back out front. He's got to be loving life right now. He's got that much of a lead of that many laps, I should say. He's been out front for 61 laps now. And the only other leader we've had tonight was Len McNeese. Len just happened to slip by on the outside there on that restart from that last caution and did lead just one lap. All right, so Len McNeese will be restarting second, Keith Mayato third, Trevor Malone fourth, Michael Palmer fifth, Jim Whaley sixth, Curtis Aho seventh, Shane Gross eighth, Gary Shank ninth, and Charles Smith will round out the top 10. Some guys opting not to use their resets. Some guys have already used them. And some guys have got damage after already using them too. So, interesting. Well, a big thanks to iRacing for allowing us to broadcast up to the iRacing Live portal. And a special thank you to Jack Davidson for making all that happen, all the behind-the-scenes work that he does. And I've been hearing that they've been having some issues lately, so please bear with them, folks. We are, as broadcasters, we're bearing with them. We're trying to get things ironed out. Again, you'll have that choice of which broadcast you want to see. Ace car's in.
All right, Rudy, I'm back.
Okay. And we're back under green. And boy, Len McNeese, what the heck? Justin Anderson was totally sleeping on that restart.
Yeah, he was, but look at this big run he's getting out of the corner, man, like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Coming down into 3. He might take the lead right back.
Len McNeese did lead another lap on that one. Oh, Justin out of shape.
Yep. Justin's not giving up. He wants to lead, and he's going to get it. Look at that. Just drives on by him.
Well, once he gets
fighting back.
Once he gets out in that clean air, he should be okay.
Boy, they're battling right now. Lynn is battling right now, but he's got to be careful not to cook the tires like he did on that last run. You saw there as they started to go longer and longer, he had roasted the tires, and Justin was pulling away. He's got to protect the tires here. They're about halfway, so if they have another long run, Rudy, this could be trouble for him.
That's right, yeah.
He's driving hard. Look at him sliding all over the track.
Keith Mayato in third, Trevor Malone fourth, and Jim Whaley rounds out top 5 at the moment. And look at Shane Gross coming alive here after being almost a lap down earlier. Well, he actually was a lap down.
Yep, for a brief couple laps, not very long. Trevor Malone's putting the pressure on the 6 here. He's looking for the 3rd place right now. He just can't get it done on that bottom side. Maito holds that momentum coming off the corner, and he knows that line so well that nobody can get the momentum on the bottom and get past it.
Yeah, and he did brush the wall there just a little bit. Keith Mayato, he just, the back end barely scraped, just enough to make some sparks. So it's really, you can kind of use that wall, and I've seen a lot of drivers do this, Scott. You can kind of use that wall as to kind of straighten the car up, you know? As long as you don't hit it too hard.
Or too many times.
That's right.
Justin Anderson starting to pull away, got a half-second lead.
He's got back out in that clean air, and that's what he needed.
Malone is battling back here. Ooh, and Maito off the wall again. They're just a slight rear tap. But I think it's going to be enough at some point, as long as Malone can keep his momentum up.
Malone's doing a heck of a good job right there.
Whaley's just kind of hanging here. So Shane Gross, they're waiting to see what happens here. These guys are cooking up their tires. They're just hanging back.
Oh, Malone out of shape.
There you go.
Oh.
There it is. No caution, though. He keeps it down below the line. No caution. Spins her around, gets her going, and we're still racing here at Old Rocky Top.
Wow, tough break for Trevor, man. He was racing it hard, though, and doing a great job of it.
Yeah, he'll fall to the back now. Last car on the lead lap.
It looks like we got our first retiree tonight, Jim Locking, taking it behind the wall.
Jim was pretty solid in practice. Kind of surprised to see he's already out of the race.
Oh, well, now he's back on pit road. I don't know. Now he's back off pit road. I don't know what he's doing. He's on.
Messing with you.
Yep.
He's listening to the broadcast, messing with you, Rudy.
Well, it looks like Whaley took right over where Trevor Malone left off, and now he's keeping the pressure right on my auto. But he's got a mirror full of Shane Gross.
Yeah, and Shane's going to try to do what the other guys were doing, passing on the bottom. I don't know if it's going to work.
I don't know, this setup must be a whole lot different than it was before, but here's the thing. You know, we're used to watching night races here at Bristol. Most everybody runs night races, and here we are during the day. So I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make this track or the tires.
Oh, it makes a big difference. Ooh, Maito blinked out. Where'd he go?
Oh, yep. He's back.
Where'd he go? There he is. Okay.
Whew. Close call. Oh, up against
the wall. Oh, he's off the wall there. Yep. That was a hard hit there. I saw sparks.
Yep. I've been seeing that quite a few times, but he's starting to get some, and he blinked out again. He's starting to get some right front damage on that car, but now that could be affecting the handling of it. I'm not really sure, but he's still pretty fast, keeping Jim Whaley back there.
Yep, car's holding up.
McNeese now half a second back. Let's go back here and check on Dean Viney, running in 8th place.
He's had a good run tonight. Started back there in 18th.
Mac Tools Ford looks pretty good. Gary Shank in 9th, a long ways back off of Dean Viney. About almost 3.5 seconds. And looking at David Gainforth, about to be passed by the leader here. David Gainforth's going to go a lap down.
Yeah, all the leaders are starting to get into some heavy traffic here.
Next one's going to be Trevor Malone. He'll be the next one on Justin Anderson's list to scratch off that, to be taken out of contention. Don't have to worry about him battling for the win.
He got Lynn McNeese back here behind him trying to get by David Gainforth. Gainforth not making it easy. Gainforth up into the wall there. Lynn's going to want to get by pretty quickly, and then he comes up. Ooh. Man, that was close. Got a little bump from the 101 there, but everything's good.
These guys all get by. Curtis Aho gets by. He's running in 12. I think
Gainforth's a lap down.
Yeah, really kind of expected Curtis to be running up there a little bit closer to the front, but he's doing okay. I mean, they've still got a lot of race to go here. We've got about 50
and Maito dropped 2 spots there, Rudy. He dropped the spot to Whaley and Gross. He's trying to fight back now.
Yeah, his tires are probably, I don't know, with that front end damage, it could be chewing up that right front. He might be having trouble steering it right now.
I'm guessing traffic probably played into that. We missed it, but I'm guessing with all that traffic and him running that high side and guys going high trying to get out of people's way, I think that probably affected that.
Oh, Jim Whaley and Shane Gross both get by him, and they go into 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, and he looks like he's keeping up. That's why I believe that his tires are still fine. I think it was more to do with traffic. And he's fighting back pretty strong right now.
Yeah.
Trying to get back up there, get that momentum back on the high line. It's going to take him a lap or so here. He gets so close to that wall.
Anderson been out here for 90 laps. This is crazy.
Want to crank it up with Jim Whaley?
Well, we can do that.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. All right.
He's starting to close in on Lynn McNeese. Down to a half a second. Getting closer and closer. Lynn a little loose that time coming out of the corner. Whaley closing in.
Well, I'll tell you, he is smooth, isn't he?
Hey, makes it look easy. Coming off four is pretty slick, and that last time he made it look good. See what it looks like this time. Yeah, he's nice and smooth. That's why he's in third place.
That's right, exactly. Well, looks like we lost another one. Kevin Cornelius out of the race.
Yeah, he's had a tough night. He was involved in 2 of those cautions.
Yeah, tough break for him.
Headed to Auto Club for the championship race. And the last broadcast, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
I miss calling these races with you on Monday night, buddy.
Michael Palmer now up to 6th. Charles Smith 7th. And Charles got company with Dean Viney. Dean's been closing on him regularly. And he's taking a look to the inside now of Charles Smith.
And we're coming up on just 40 to go as we approach lap 100.
Yeah,
This is lap 100.
This race has gone by quick.
Yep, just 2 cautions.
Yep, 2 cautions.
35 minutes into this thing.
Pretty wild.
Well, it kind of equals out. We've sat here for really long races in some of these leagues that should have been short races.
Yep. Gary Shank now getting by Dean Viney.
I have to admit, I'm glad I wasn't around the other night for the 21 caution deal.
Where was that at?
That was the Martinsville race at Max Velocity. You called the end of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's been some rule changes since that race from what I was reading today.
Well, Anderson with a 3.2 second lead over Jim Whaley now. Whaley gets around the outside of Len McNeese into the wall, though.
Oh, there you go, Dominoes. Oh, Gross got lucky. He saved her. Wow, good save. He took a good shot there.
Len McNeese goes back into 2nd. Whaley back to 3rd, and now Keith Mayato into 4th with a little front end damage.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more than a little bit. That's quite a bit there.
Yeah,
that's significant.
Yeah, he could get some overheating problems with that.
Yeah, with this many laps to go, that could very easily happen.
Shane Gross riding along here with Shane Gross. He's all over Mayato. And it looks like, boy, that was a close call for him. I'll tell you, that could have ended his night right there.
Shane's had a couple close calls tonight. That's the 2nd time that he's been down there headed towards that inside wall.
Well, look at this here. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All battling for position with, 32 to go?
Yeah, we're getting pretty deep into this race, Rudy. We don't have too many laps left.
And Justin Anderson just loving this, that them guys are racing it that hard. Coming up on Jeff Dodson to put Jeff a lap down. That's going to leave 9 cars.
Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck on the front stretch. Yep, there's the caution. I couldn't see who it was. It was a couple of the front runners.
Oh, right there. Len McNeese was one of them.
And the 85 of Trevor Malone. He was a lap down car.
Oh, I see it right now.
Wow.
Trevor Malone and Len McNeese. It kind of looks like, and I'm not going to say until I go back here and look at it. We're going to look at it from a different angle because I can't really tell from that angle.
Looks like the 85 just didn't give the 84 too much room coming out of the corner, and Lynn didn't try to get into him, but wound up getting into the side of him, and it was just kind of on from there. It got the 85 out of control. And 85 did everything he could to try to keep him off the wall, but it just wasn't enough. And then the 31 got in it. Looked like the 30 got some.
Well, a lot of the guys come down pit road. Shane Gross on pit road. Gary Shank on pit road. He looks like he's doing a 4-tire change. And like you said, this is going to change up everything. But now if Charles Smith comes to pit road and Dean Viney, that will put Justin Anderson right back in the lead. But it doesn't look like Charles Smith is coming to pit road.
Yeah, he didn't get too much damage. He just got a little bit of clip. So it may not be too bad. He may think he can get to the end. He might have already used his reset, too.
What do you think about him staying out there in them older tires compared to everybody behind him is going to have fresh tires?
Yeah, that's not a good idea. I didn't even think about that. They'd been out there for a while. Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to lead a lap and get that point, okay, then pull down off of the track after the start and let them guys go, and just try to finish in maybe the top. Well, the worst he can do right now is finish in the top 10.
I was gonna say he might come into the pits, but no, he drove on by.
Yep.
He said no thanks. Who knows? Maybe he thinks this might turn into a caution fest here at the end. He might get lucky.
Never know. 27 to go next time by.
Yep, playing track position at this one. I didn't see where he was running before this caution come out, but I know it was in the back somewhere.
Well, it'll be Justin Anderson starting second, Shane Gross third, Jim Whaley fourth, Keith Mayato in fifth, Jeff Dotson sixth, Gary Shank seventh, Dean Viney eighth, Curtis Aho ninth, and Andy Purdue 10th. Curtis Aho.
Yeah, and Charles Smith.
Curtis Aho staying out there trying to get his lap back. He'll get the wave by.
And Charles Smith couldn't have been too far back because there's only 9 cars left in the lead lap.
Right. Okay. Get him going here, brother.
All right, man. I can handle that. I got to get back live. There we go.
Well, going to be a 26-lap shootout here to the end, folks. Now's when you don't want to leave and go anywhere, because this is when it gets good.
I want to go eat my ice cream and brownies. Let's go, boys. Green flag is out. We're racing again. 27 to go.
For Justin Anderson.
26 to go, actually.
Justin Anderson didn't waste any time to get out there. And Jim Whaley goes into second.
And Whaley doing everything he can to hang on. Lynn McNeese, the big loser in that last auction. Look at the 30, man. They're trying not to run over him.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. You know, they kind of like...
Yeah. Oh, we got Shane Gross down into the inside wall. No caution. He kept it below the line. They'll keep racing. He's done.
Yeah,
he hit hard. Looks like Lynn McNeese is back on pit road, Rudy. Tough break for Lynn, man. He was running second all night long, and then it just takes one little incident, and man, the good night's all over.
Well, looks like Justin Whaley is going to be second place for right now.
Jim Whaley.
Or Jim Whaley. I'm sorry, Justin Anderson and Jim Whaley. I'll get that right.
We knew what you meant. They're picking them up and putting them down, Rudy. We're coming up to 20 to go real quickly.
Gary Shank now trying to hold off Keith Mayato. This is a traffic jam back here.
Shane Gross coming off pit road with a fresh car. He used his reset.
He's going to be back in 13th place, a couple laps down.
Yeah. Tough break. He was having a good run after the early troubles and recovered nicely, and then, just a bad deal there.
And Dean Viney with a top 5 here today, if he can hold on to it.
Yeah, Charles Smith back here behind him doing everything he can to hold on to that car right now.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He's just letting guys go that are faster than him right now. He knows he's on them older tires. But hey, it was worth the shot, track position, and you got to think about this. I mean, he might have finished outside the top 10, and now he's in 6th place. He'll probably go back another place, I would say, because Curtis Aho, we know how fast Curtis is, and he's coming up on Charles Smith here pretty fast.
How about Gary Shank up there in third place, Rudy?
I know it.
And we got a caution. Fourth of the evening.
That was Anthony Cianci, it looks like, that went around. Let's see what happened here. Why I'm not going back far enough. Wow. Okay, let's take a look here. Looks like he pinched it down just a little bit too much, didn't let it go to the wall. He hit that inside wall hard. Come back up onto the track, and that's what brought the caution out. So, tough break for Anthony Cianci. It looked like he was having a decent night at the beginning there. So, but now, nobody's going to pit. We got a couple more guys out of the race. Randy Bledsoe and Michael Palmer also out of the race too. So the field has gotten a little bit shorter.
Yeah, and everybody just did there on that last caution. That's why nobody come down this time.
Right. Taking a look at the race summary here. This is caution number 4, folks. In about 125 laps. Not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad for this place, especially.
For Bristol. I'd take that any day of the week for cautions. But, you know, this race ain't over yet. We might see another.
No, it's not. One thing's for sure is we're not going to have a green-white checker. We're not going into overtime.
Yep.
So at most, we'll have maybe 3 more cautions, but hopefully just no more cautions. Like I said, I got some ice cream and brownies waiting on me, Rudy.
Sounds good.
You know,
well,
they look good. I've done well to stay out of them all day.
Justin Anderson has led 121 laps. Jim Whaley in second, started 10th today, running in second. Gary Shank started 7th, running in third. Keith Mayato started 6th, running in 4th. Dean Viney started 18th on the field today and running in 5th. Curtis Aho started 12th, running in 6th. Jeff Dotson started 13th, running in 7th. Trevor Malone started 3rd, but running back in 8th right now. Charles Smith started 14th, led 3 laps earlier, now running in 9th, but he's coming to pit road. And rounding out the top 10, David Gainforth, a lap down here, started 17th and running in 10th. Well, it's going to be just a short stint to the end here. Again, we were thinking that maybe that last one was because of that long green flag run, but just a couple of cars got together, and that's all it takes. Everybody's out there on older tires now. Again, we're out here with a lot of these guys have a little bit of age on their tires, not a whole lot. So I think they're pretty much equal out there right now.
Well, Rudy, I'm going to let you handle the interviews tonight, if that's okay with you.
Yes, sir. I don't blame you, man. Ice cream and brownies.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, I'd be all over that.
All right, buddy. Yes, sir. They're calling my name. So as soon as this one's out of here, I'm going to cut on out of here.
Okay.
Or as soon as this one's over, I should say.
All right. About to get going here. Pace car heads in. We're about to get the green flag. Hopefully this will be the last time we'll see the green in the air. Green, green, green. Whaley with a good run on the outside. Gary Shank coming up. Oh, Keith Mayato on the outside gets a great run on Gary Shank, and he will go into 3rd.
Yeah, he did. Dean Viney, look at this.
Yeah, he's putting the hammer down now. He's got nothing to lose and everything to gain, so all he's got to do is keep that nose straight and keep the back end from coming around on him, and he's looking at the top 5 finish easily here.
No need to worry about the tires now.
Look at Jim Whaley all over Justin Anderson now.
It's got to get good at the end.
Yeah, this is coming to 8 to go this time, folks. 8 more laps. And look at Whaley close up on him.
He's trying. He's driving the wheels off that thing right now.
I'm telling you, Whaley has been just like so smooth tonight.
It's one thing catching him, though. It's another thing getting by him.
Yeah, without wrecking him. You know, that's
As you saw yesterday in the NASCAR race.
I never even got to see the race last night or yesterday.
Oh, dude, you got to go back and watch the finish. The finish was awesome.
Yeah, I heard it was like about 4 inches.
Yeah, .01 was the official split.
Gary Shank now coming up on Keith Mayato, and Mayato is really extremely loose coming out of the turn, so you know he has really got the hammer down on that thing right now.
Yeah, and Dean Viney's falling back a little bit from these two, so it's these two's battle for third and fourth.
Yep, because right now Whaley, man, that messed up there, but now it's fixed again. But Whaley's now 4/10 of a second behind our leader Justin Anderson.
He's only got 3 laps to go.
Anderson been out there for 132 laps out of the 140. That's just insane. That's pure domination.
Yeah, I don't know if Whaley's going to be able to get by him. That's why I said it's one thing getting to him, it's another thing getting by him. And he's got 2 laps to do it, so if he's going to do it, he needs to get it done.
And here we go. Gary Shank, boy, driving the heck out of that car, trying to get a run on Keith Mayato. And
they're side by side.
Boy, I'm telling you what, this is crazy right here. They're both really loose coming out of the turns. White flag in the air, and Justin Anderson with just a little ways to go. 2 more turns, 1 more turn.
He's got it.
And he's got it. Whaley tried everything he could to get by him, but just couldn't quite get her done.
Anderson brings it home here at Bristol.
Absolutely.
Good win for Justin Anderson. Domination tonight, man. Showed the muscle all night long and never gave up. He let a couple of these races earlier in the season slip out of his fingers, and he wasn't letting that happen tonight.
That's right. All right, well, we're going to get these guys down here. We'll get a word in with them. Let me see if I can find Justin Anderson. Where did he go?
All right, Rudy. Have yourself a good night, man. As always, it was a pleasure calling the race with you, buddy.
All right, buddy. I'll see you later.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
Justin Anderson, you got a copy?
10-4.
Well, just pure domination out there tonight is all I can say, Justin. 135 laps you led out of the 140, man. Tell me about your race. And you know, by the way, Jim Whaley, boy, he tried everything he could to get by you there at the very end.
The Ray Bestis R&J Motorsports Ford was on fire. I've never driven a car like this before. Track position helped a lot. Not having to, burn up the tires trying to pass cars really actually did make a big difference. Yep. But this was a race like I'll probably never have again.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was really awesome. Just not too many cautions out there tonight. Only 4 cautions, so some long green flag runs, 75% fuel, daytime race. How much did that affect that setup?
It actually affected it a good amount. I was surprised how twitchy it was off of turn 4, and actually I had issues on the middle or the high side getting into turn 1, which is why I kind of latched onto the bottom of the racetrack and stuck there. That was my wheelhouse down there.
Oh, very good job tonight. Congrats on your win, Justin, man. That was one heck of a dominating race. I'm sure all these guys out here were probably thinking, wow, man, what do I got to do to get up there and lead? And we only had a couple other leaders. Charles Smith and Len McNeese were the only other leaders that they just led a couple of laps each, and you led all the rest of them. So, man, I'll tell you what, you looked like you were on fire. That thing was on a rail. So congrats on your win, Justin. I know you got some thank yous to give out, too.
Thanks to Jim for building me a great car, you for a great broadcast, the GAC League overall, and hi to Christine in Ohio.
Very good, very good. All right, we'll go celebrate, my friend, because well-deserved win right there.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Jim Whaley, got a copy.
10-4.
Jim Whaley, man, I'm telling you, you were all over Justin there at the very end, and it looked like both of you were kind of slipping a little bit here and there. You had a little damage on the car, but how was the car running? And was you doing everything you could to get by him?
I was struggling with a tight car all night. I couldn't get the thing to turn anyway. That's why I was trying to latch on and to the apron to get it to turn. And I think it was like 3 to go. I got a real good bite off of 4, and it just let go right at the edge, and I popped the wall. And at that point, I was just seeing what I could do. I was overdriving the crap out of it.
Yep. Well, rightfully so. You had nothing to lose at that point. You were sitting pretty good in second place, definitely a podium finish, but a great effort tonight, Jim. You come up through the field, you just kept picking off one and one and one and one until you finally got up there. Great pit stops. That attributed to it a lot. What did you think about the setup on the daytime here?
It should have been slick, to be completely honest. This much heat, it should have been slick, but for whatever reason, it just couldn't get it to turn. We couldn't get that front end to bite, and it was really hard to pass. If you had 5 to 10 laps on those tires, it was really hard to pass unless you were on the top shelf. And I screwed up qualifying, so I had to go starting, I think, like 12th or something like that. So I really had to drive my rear end off.
I'll bet you did, brother. Well, the Hot Wheels car looked good up there on the podium today, so congratulations on second, Jim. I know you got some thank yous to give out.
Yeah, shout out to my wife, Christina. She's taken a liking to this as of late, and she's been wanting me to put something together so I can say something. So, honey, love you. Thanks for watching. My son, Trevor, my other driver, Justin Anderson, Dean and GAC, and you and Scott up in the booth.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats. And thanks for talking with us.
Thanks.
Keith Mayato, you got a copy?
10-4.
Well, Keith, you struggled. Looks like you were struggling for most of the race. Now, tell me if you were or you weren't. And be honest now.
Of course I was. I have a tough time with short tracks. So I pretty much stayed at the top side and made everyone fight for every pass. So, yeah, it was fun. I'm surprised I even finished top 3, so I'm happy with that.
Well, we've seen you use the wall quite a bit there to kind of straighten the car up a little bit. And, it wasn't really beating the car up too bad. But, like you said, you were struggling a little bit. But third place, man, that's pretty doggone good for struggling with a car that was as bad as it was. Now, Gary Shank, you and him were battling up there toward the end. Tell me about that battle.
Yeah, I know he was pushing right there at the end, and I know it was getting close because I could see him running just as high as me, so I really didn't want to cut down coming out of the turn because, I'd probably just cut into his nose, and that's why I kept hitting the walls. I just kept pushing a little harder than I should have, and unfortunately that wall never moves an inch.
Nope, it doesn't. So, all right, well, good job out there tonight, Keith, and we're ready to see you take to Auto Club next week. Are you ready for it? Last race of the season.
Yeah, I better be ready for it. And it's a 2-mile track. It's a tricky track. I don't know how the bumps are going to affect this car or maybe the setup, but it'll be interesting. It'll be a good race.
Absolutely. All right, well, we'll see you next week there, Keith. And again, congrats on third place tonight.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right, we're going to run down through the results here real quick, guys. Justin Anderson coming home the winner here tonight. Jim Whaley in second. Keith Mayato third. Gary Shank fourth. Dean Viney with a top 5 finish tonight. Curtis Aho sixth. Trevor Malone seventh. Jeff Dotson eighth. David Gainforth ninth. And Shane Gross, last season's champion, finishes in the top 10. Charles Smith will finish 11th. John Stanley 12th. Paul Cohen 13th. Anthony Cianci 14th. John Estes 15th. Len McNeese 16th. Randy Perdue 17th. Michael Palmer 18th. Randy Bledsoe 19th. Kevin Cornelius 20th. And Jim Locking rounding out the field in 21st position, first one out of the race. So again, congratulations to Justin Anderson for this week here at GAC. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll be up here right directly with 3 Wide Racing right back here on the iRacing Live portal and on YouTube. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here in just a few minutes.